YouTubers, tonight's episode, fresh squeezed margarita mix. First I'm going to show we've got brand new tequila, San Matejas Legado, 100% blue agave, recommended from Total Wine & More. We're going to see how that works out. Most importantly, I'm going to show you some of the citrus we're working with. Grapefruit, that's my new addition. I definitely prefer a yellow grapefruit over any ruby reds. We're going to find out these are probably ruby reds. Got to have a whole bag of limes. Tangelos have been on the tree. These are not necessarily the tangelos from our tree, but tangerines might work. We're going to find out how those squeeze up. And a potential lemon. That's the ingredients I've been using. But first we got to get started with some simple syrup. 4 ounces of sugar, 4 ounces of water. We'll boil it up on the stove. Let that cool while I get out the juicer. See you in a minute. Here we have the simple syrup getting ready. Turn on that burner. Add in your 4 ounces of sugar. Add in your 4 ounces of water. Grab a stainless steel spoon. Give it a stir. Let it come up to boil. Here we have all the citrus freshly washed, and now I'm going to get out the squeezer. Definitely a trick of the trade before you get your squeezers out is to go ahead and cross-cut your citrus, because once the production starts, it can get a little bit messy. So this will give you an idea what we're working with. Find out what color that grapefruit's going to be. Arg, it's a ruby red. Not my most favorite. Alright, oranges look like they're in good shape. And just to keep in mind, these are definitely tangerines. I'm going to try to get a hold of some more tangelos. Okay, our first squeezing tool is the citrus, lime, and lemon combo. So our goal is to hopefully come up with 3 ounces of lime juice. We'll determine that based upon our measuring cup. So I'm going to repeat this process over and over for all of my sliced limes. And we'll report back in a moment. That's how that works. Hey, well, good news. I was working with some super juicy limes. We've ended up with 6 ounces. And now that gives me a good formula for that type of bagged lime. Last week I was working with key limes. So we ended up with 3 ounces. But that's what makes it fun, making your own citrus mix. Because every concoction is a little bit different. Okay, now we're going to move on to oranges. So the oranges, I'm hoping that we would come up with about 8 ounces. Let's see. Okay, we're getting closer by the minute. Now, I've ended up with a few of our tangerines that just don't fit into the lemon juicer, so that's a no-go. When you get to the upscale size citrus, you bring out the citrus juicer, the electrified bad boy. So here we go. Let me show you how this works. And then you want to apply pressure evenly to the skin. And work that pulp. Okay, I'm going to keep repeating that. Well, hey, still getting closer. The good news is we have ended up with 18 ounces total. So that means I had 10 ounces of the tangerine juice. And now we're going to be moving in for grapefruit. Let's just start with one grapefruit. Okay, folks, we're up to 24 ounces on our fresh squeezed citrus margarita mix. That means I got 6 ounces out of that grapefruit. For this experiment, I was thrilled that the juice was actually a yellowish and not super red pinky. That's really going to help with the look of our Cadillac margarita, soon to be created. One moment while we figure out the next step. All right, folks, with every step, we get a little bit closer to a cocktail. Now we're going to put it in our jug for the weekend. So we got our pure citrus mix going in. I did a little cleanup earlier with all of the spent shells. This is going to be 10 ounces of water, because I usually put 2 ounces in every drink, and this is expected to make 5 drinks. So let's add the water now, because once the party starts, we're not going to stop. Sugar water is cooled off. That's 8 ounces. Now we get to the good stuff. I want you to see here we've got, from the beginning of the season, I still have some of the Coralejo. This is my favorite. Rojo. Don't be shy with this pour. We're going all the way. So there's 5 ounces. And we're going to take our new brand, see how this treats us. Measure it out. You gotta go all the way to the top. Another 5 ounces. So now we're working with 10 ounces of tequila in our pre-made mix. Once we add the ice in your own drink, you might want to add more tequila. That's what I'm starting with. I'm going to put the lid on our little citrus guy. I'm going to grab my pint glass and fill it up with ice and try this out. Okay, audience members have declared that it's time to mix it. I'm choosing to use a wooden handle with my Pyrex just to err around the side of caution. We're going to give that a good stir. Still not going to sample it yet. There we go. Now everybody's happy. It's well mixed. Hold on. We're getting closer. Once we got that ice crushing, everybody knows Eric's home. Let's fill up that pint glass. Very important to have lots of ice. Taking our pre-made margarita, fill up that pint glass. Treat it like a little baby. Get out your shaker. Move it around the rim. Dip it in your salt. Now Now that's how I make a margarita. At least for tonight, anyway. Mmm, that's good.